Pew, pew, pew. Welcome to the Bubba the Love Sponge after show.
Woo! It's Anna, it's Blitz, it's the rest of the crew. We are actually putting together, I shouldn't say we. Lummy and Big Red and possibly little elf helper Rhett are putting together the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Now,
the giant BRN Christmas tree.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and Blitz, obviously, you know way more about Bubba's history, life, career, etc. Was this the tree that was displayed in his La Terrace? Where the fuck did he live again?
Tierra Verde.
Tierra Verde. Is this the tree that was displayed in his Tierra Verde home?
For a few years, yes. So he used to get real trees. And then eventually they bought this tree. Okay.
How much does something like this go for, this fake tree, which I think is a better idea all around?
So I think we looked it up before, and at full price, they're like $1,200.
Okay.
Because it is a very large one.
Didn't he buy it like the day after Christmas or something?
Yeah, on sale.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So this is and here's the thing. I used to not be a fan of Christmas because, like, as a Jew, I feel like you just kind of have to feel like you're boycotting it. But I have fully embraced it as of probably about 2 years ago, and it is my second favorite holiday behind Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is number one. Christmas is number two. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Woo-hoo. And we should also say that I want to give props where props are due. Blitz, you took care of a little bit of a snake issue.
Yeah, I zipped my pants up.
There was a black razor. He's not talking about his
Racer.
Penis. Racer?
Hey, Blitz.
Oh.
Yes?
Do you mind us turning the air down over here?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, Anna.
You're fine.
It gets really hot over there.
He asked Blitz to do it, and you're like, right here.
No, he said if he doesn't, does he mind if he puts
I see.
Don't touch the fan, Lummy.
Oh, I'm not touching anything.
How dare you?
With your big black ass.
What?
Anyways, so we're just a few days out from Thanksgiving. I was talking to Big Red before going live, and he said that he is having 25 people at his house. Wow. I don't know how that doesn't just make him stress out to the point that's beyond repair, but I don't know. I feel like Big Red is really good at dealing with stress. I feel like you're really good at dealing with stress, Red. He's good at dealing with crowds, crowd control. I feel like he also likes hosting things like that. I could be wrong. Do you like hosting things like that?
Not wrong.
He likes doing it. I don't get it. That's not my deal. I like being a guest much better than being a host. But, I mean, not on the radio, but in terms of life, you come, you bring one thing, you fucking leave, you don't have to clean up shit. You know, that's how I roll.
That's a good way.
Yeah, but we're going to Tara's house, and I'm very, very excited.
Yes.
And then the following day, we actually have a Friendsgiving, which I don't know if that's a thing that most people do, but it's like you have your family, your P1s, the main day, and then afterwards, either before or after, usually afterwards, you have a Friendsgiving with all the people that had to be away with their loser families. Not that we have a loser family. We're adopted into the Clems, which is nice. But usually you have to stay. You have to do the P1 with your loser family, and then you get to hang out with the people you want to hang out with. But we're lucky enough to have both. Now, Blitz, you don't really do any like Thanksgiving traditions with your family.
Not with my family, no.
Okay.
Not with my blood family, anyway.
Right. It seems
my
like...
riding family, we usually get together.
Okay. Which is something that you'll possibly be doing.
Yeah, I plan on it.
Most likely, yes. Very event-filled weekend. I'm very excited for a lot of stuff. Oh, and for those of you that are just tuning in and you're like, why isn't Bubba here? Well, Bubba wasn't feeling well. He has a cough. And I guess is on the verge of sickness. Now, riddle me this, Blitz, because I'm not a doctor, neither are you, but you know more than I do. When it comes to coughing, so for example, let's just say someone I live with, right?
Okay.
Let's just say it's Reagan, because it is. She, yesterday, told me that she has a cough, but she's not sick. And of course, I give her my skeptical eyes, which look like this if you're on YouTube. I go, you have a cough, but you're not sick. She's like, like she could barely talk.
Yeah, okay.
And then she would have like minor to moderate coughing fits when we were having a chat. When it was great because Reagan and I really don't see each other all that much. You think if we lived together, we'd see each other a lot, but I don't live at home all that often. I live with you.
Yep.
So sometimes there's periods of days, maybe even a week if she goes to, church or Tony Robbins or wherever she's going home to Ohio, the land as she calls it, that I don't see Reagan at all. So sometimes it's really, really nice to catch up, but she was apparently not sick yesterday, but just had a cough. Now, I don't know if that's a thing that people say to make the people around them not worry, but can you be completely healthy and have a horrible cough? I feel like that's not a thing.
Completely healthy?
Yeah, like say,
probably not.
Hey, I just lost my voice and I'm having a coughing fit, but I don't have the other like symptoms usually associated with sickness like fever. I don't have a runny nose. I don't have chills, like all the things that you would associate with being sick. It's just a straight dry cough. And I just feel like that's fake news. Like something's wrong with your fucking body.
Well, so I can see the point where like, let's say she runs early in the morning maybe and it's really cold out and it kind of hurts your throat and that makes you cough and even into like a couple days. That's a thing.
Yeah, but like completely losing your voice, unless you're screaming, you go to a concert or something.
I mean, I've had that happen too, where I'm not sick, but like I'll lose my voice.
Right, but usually the loss of voice isn't usually complemented with coughing fits. Like something's up.
Right.
Some sort of, yes, exactly. Bronchial inflammation. Something's not right. But it assured me that she wasn't sick. And I just went, yeah, let's just keep, 6 to 12 feet distance. But it was very, very nice to catch up. She's much more of a tradition-oriented person.
Yeah.
I am not. I'm not a tradition-oriented person at all. But here's the thing. I would like to become more of a tradition-oriented person because I feel like it's just nice to have some things that stay the fucking same. Some things you just do year after year after year, and I finally get it. I get why people like. How's the tree going, by the way?
What tree?
It looks like it's what's the sand? An hourglass. It's got an hourglass shape because it's thick and curvy like Lizzo. We're figuring it out.
I'm going to move a couple cameras.
All the tags fell off. Okay. Oh. Okay. We'll just let them do what they do. He can't get it in the hole. Lummy, can you find the hole? Lummy got it in. I'm a big fan of tradition these days. I like to see the tree go up. I like to look forward to having a nice meal with friends and or family. I'm actually, for those that don't know, I'm actually from California. No, I'm not a liberal. Fuck. I'm not. I mean, I'm from everywhere and also nowhere, I suppose. What does it even mean? I'm from Africa. We're all African. You're from Africa too, if you go far back enough. I was born in Israel. I really can't claim. Can you shut up and just build that tree?
What was it called Africa back then? What was it called?
Well, Asia's not. Israel's in Asia, actually.
Country.
That's what it was called. What is he saying? Don't you have a mic?
Building a tree.
Okay. So I was raised, if everyone's okay with me saying that, I was raised in California. And I think it's important for me to return to my homeland at least once a year to see my parents, to see my aging parents. I'm trying to convince my sister to come down, actually. I have not seen her in about 5 years. I think a little over 5 years in the flesh. So I feel like it would be probably a good idea to see family. So I just booked my trip yesterday, which was a little bit of a headache. Huh?
Does it still look like an hourglass
No, it looks much better.
Top wider than the bottom.
There's no.
And everyone's sober, allegedly.
There is
so this
nothing
is
wrong with the tree.
alarming. We're going to be here a lot longer than we anticipated. And that's okay, because you guys know I like to talk, so it's all good. Oh, look at the festive background. What a
The numbers are
treat.
gone.
Christmas
All the
is in
numbers
the
are
air.
gone.
The dog ate him. So, yeah, so I booked my trip yesterday to California. I'll be spending 10 days there. Now, this should be a lot better than last year, as you might recall, during Waxgate. Waxgate. Yeah, shut the fuck up. So now, here's the thing about my family and people in general is that they usually can't be scared forever. Even my mother and my sister, who were pretty hardcore, like, get the fuck away from me unless you're, you know, the
Yeah.
given enough time, people just don't give a shit anymore. Now, to be fair, my mom had a little bit of a situation where she had open heart surgery, and her doctor was like, you cannot, her doctor who just saved her life was like, you cannot be around anyone that hasn't been vaccinated. So, you know, I understand having a lot of confidence in the person that just fucking tore you open and, you know, gave you a new valve or repaired the valve you had. Whatever. So I understand, you know, the fear there, but it's going to be so nice to go and not have to mask on a plane, not have to PCR test, not have to take fucking COVID test, da-da-da-da. Nobody gives a shit, not even people in California. I'm sure there's a few that have stayed true to the game that, you know, and I have a lot of respect for those people because, you know, they're not fair weather fans of COVID. They are like all the way the fuck in. They're like China's 0 case policy deal. They're like, it's a real thing until every single person is cured and or dead from this disease and kill it, put it in the ground. So my mom doesn't give a shit. Dad never gave a shit. My dad has like 14 boosters. He's just like, I just want to be able to travel and do whatever I want. And speaking of Philip PJKJ Hummel, he's actually in the motherland right now. He's in Israel. He's in Tel Aviv hanging with his buddies. And Blitz, you were there yesterday when I was reaching out to my dad. I'm like, hey,
Yes.
would you mind maybe do, and I hate asking people to like do videos for me, like do essentially my work. But my dad, he's a camera hoe. He loves that shit. So he will provide content endlessly. So I asked my dad, I'm like, can you get a few videos to me? I'll put them together. But, you know, if you could do some Bubba Army stuff. And he's like, consider it done. And I was like, fuck yeah. So my dad will be taking us on a tour of Israel. And I'll send all those videos to Rhett once I've combined them, put them together in a video. And you will get a nice tour of Tel Aviv. I think my dad's in Jaffa now. If you're familiar with Israel at all, I don't know what other places he'll be going to. Just probably a bunch of restaurants. My father lived in Israel for 13 years, and that's where I was born. That's where he met my mother, who is American. And it's crazy because I don't speak Hebrew, but both my parents do. So growing up, it was like most people want to like give their culture to the next generation, like share their culture. But my parents hoarded it and they hid it away from me and my sister because instead of saying like, hey, this is part of your upbringing, your culture, they go, this is just for us. This is our secret language so we can talk shit about you.
Exactly.
Which was really unfair because usually that's not something that people do with culture is keep it to themselves. Really, the essence of culture is the sharing part. You know, it's something, it's like learned traditions or even something as like archaic as tool use is considered evidence of culture. You cultivate something and you teach it to your young. But my parents hoarded it away from me. So now I'm this monolinguistic loser American that can only speak one language, even though I have a pretty colorful ethnic background. I really don't have the language skills to back it up, which is embarrassing.
Speak the language.
Well, that's kind of the quintessential part of like being part of a culture is like, well, can you speak Spanish? Well, can you speak Korean? You know, it's like I can look one way and I can have the crazy hair and the big nose, but if you can't speak the Hebrew, you really don't get props. And then when you tell real Israelis that you were born in Israel, and they start just running their mouth in Hebrew, and you just go, I speak English. The look of disgust and shame on their face is it's upsetting, and it made me feel less than. So I just rejected everything. I've rejected all sort of borders and languages, and I'm just a human. I'm just me doing my thing. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. It has an upside down like cone shape, which is kind of what you want for a Christmas tree.
Otherwise known as a Christmas tree shape.
Yes. A triangle, if you will, with the one point at the top.
I believe Big Red said that the snake ate off all the labels.
Oh, he's blaming the snake.
Yeah.
It's always the snake's fault. The black snake. Yeah. Go figure. Oh, we got 2 gingers on this project right now.
It's more like 1.5.
I mean, is Red a ginger? Red, I mean, I know we call you the filthy ginger, but do you identify?
Not necessarily.
Okay. I don't.
What did he say?
He said not necessarily.
Watch it. Here. Oh, I thought
his hair is a different color than his beard. That's
the
what
trees in it. It's going to fall.
Right. Timber. I don't know. I feel like I guess there's like everything is a continuum. Gingerness is on a continuum.
Like on a spectrum, you mean?
Yes. A spectrum, and I think we have both sides of the spectrum with the gingers working on this tree. Rhett has a little bit more of a standard like brown hair, even though it's kind of not, and Big Red obviously is more of your classic kind of orange head. I mean, we call them redheads, but the hair is not red. It's a misnomer. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There's nothing wrong with orange hair.
I'm not white.
No, right. Correct. Right. You're not. We're all a shade of brown.
Yeah.
Even Red and Big Red are a shade of. I mean, brown is really a stretch. Darker shade of white. I like that. You're pink. You're pink. Yes.
We're all pink on the inside.
So yeah, everything's on a spectrum. Everything's on a continuum, and we got the full spectrum of gingerness about us, which is great. Wonderful. The most rare combination, and I know this, and Red has told me this Red has told me this many times. The combination of red hair and blue eyes is the most rare. Yeah, so which people brag about, but then you go, that's just you're recessive. Like you're very recessive. You're not impressive. You're just recessive. That's usually what I say to myself in the mirror. But it looks like it's going pretty well. Is there? I can't remember from last year, and I cannot see because of the light, and I'm blind. But do we have a star at the top of this tree?
No.
Okay. What? Oh, it's the light. That's what it is.
We've had things on the top, but I don't think we did last year.
Okay. We didn't know. Okay.
We had a Jewish star for the other Jewish person we had here.
And who was that?
What are they saying?
He's saying that we had a Jewish star at the top for the other Jewish person that worked here.
I did. I bought a bunch of Jewish ornaments and stuff.
Which just seems like a juxtaposition.
Which is what we like the best.
Right. To put like Hanukkah ornaments on a Christmas tree, which, by the way, that light is swinging. Okay. I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware. Okay, great.
Well, they still got to fluff the tree.
You got to put the lights on. Now,
it has lights, but they don't work. So we put lights on it.
I see.
Although usually the lights on the tree do work mostly.
How do you know they don't work? Did they not work last year? Yeah, you plug them in.
Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of them work.
Oh, okay. Oh, but there's like a few layers.
We add lights to it.
Yeah, great. Now, if we can just go into the history of the Christmas tree for a minute, Chris. Chris. I called you Chris. Blitz. I know, I forget. Because he's like 2 different people in my world. It's like Blitz and Chris, and sometimes they overlap and intersect, and it's very gender fluid. So, the Christmas tree, and maybe the people of the Christian faith on the stage can help me out here, especially Lummy, who's the biblical scholar of the show. The Christmas tree is really, I believe, a pagan tradition that was kind of intercepted by the Christians. Is that right?
We can't hear anyone on the stage.
Rhett, can you give him the mic? Rhett, can you give him the mic? We can't hear anything he's saying. Okay, so hold your response, because I actually am curious about this. I know it's a pagan tradition. I don't know how it got intercepted by the Christ lovers. Is it your mic not on, or? All right. Well, I'll just relay the information.
I can't hear him. So what are they saying?
He's saying the mic died.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get batteries.
He's gonna get batteries, but I'll do the translation. Right. Oh, it's like in and out. Yeah. When did it become a Christian thing, Lummy? It was when the Christians came to America. They landed on Plymouth Rock.
No, I'm talking about like in like the 1900s or some shit like that.
Oh, it's pretty recent? Oh, I didn't know that. So feel free in chat to let us know what it's all about. I thought it was from like the Byzantine Empire or some shit. I didn't realize that it was a pretty recent tradition.
I don't think it's that far that old.
Thank you.
Because it's not really part of the Christian, like you said. What would you call them? The Christ-like?
Pagan. I call them like Christ marks.
Yeah, Christ marks. I don't think it has anything to do with the Christ marks. I think it was just adopted in. I want to say it was adopted in, but like, wasn't it Rockefeller, or is that something totally different?
I have absolutely no fucking idea. That is why I asked you, the biblical scholar, all things Christ.
Well, it's not like Baby
you.
Jesus had a
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus
I don't know.
didn't have a fucking Christmas tree.
Didn't you go to like
He's
Christian
gotta bang it
school?
first. He'll let you know when he's done banging it.
You went to Christian school, didn't you have like Christmas tree history 101 or something like that?
No, because I don't think that it was really.
I don't know.
There are different theories becoming a symbol of Christianity from pagan customs. Christmas trees in America. Yeah, see? So
Is it just an
totally
American
different.
thing? No, right? It's like a...
It's probably spread now, just like Santa
Okay.
Claus.
Yes, right.
Even though Santa Claus goes everywhere, supposedly.
And apparently he's white, even though... Wasn't Saint Nick Italian? Wasn't that the...
Yeah, he wasn't even American, but they just adopted him.
Well, I know he wasn't American, but I mean, he wasn't white is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
the guy was pretty brown.
It looks like 1846 Queen Victoria and husband Prince Albert was German.
Mm-hmm.
Were sketched in the Illustrated London News, standing in front of their decorated Christmas tree with their children.
So they made it up. This was just something that they pulled out of thin air from pagans, and it just caught on because people were like, that is awesome. I mean, look at that.
And it looks like then America picked it up and made it a holiday routine.
I fucking love it. It is beautiful. It is just like, it's so picturesque. It just makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
Are you going to have one?
Yeah, I actually have, not only do I have a Christmas tree in my home, but for the last several years that I've lived with Reagan, she's a fan. She's also a Christ mark. And
it's not about Christ now. If you read it, it's fucking.
I'm just
from
saying
England.
she's also a Christ mark, so she has not only the Christmas tree but the nativity scene.
Do you know what else they call a Prince Albert?
Penis thing.
Penis what?
Penis ring, cock ring. I don't know. I just know it's when you pierce is it the glands of the penis? See, I know. So yeah, I've had a nativity scene at my home, which is odd.
That's Jesus.
Yeah, I know. What, I can't have it in my home?
No.
It's like made out of fucking plastic. It was made by some like Indonesian 11-year-old, so don't bust me up on,
I have a tree. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put it up or not.
Do it. Is it a fake one? It's a fake one, right?
Same one I had last year. Fiber optic tree, like 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I want to put it up or not.
Just because it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you're not going to be there for 2 weeks, so.
That's true. And what goes up must come down, meaning it's just a future mess.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking.
You know, and that's funny because, like, I do think about decorations that way. Is like, I'm like, oh, this is a future pain in the ass.
If I knew, like, I'd be around and if you were going to be there, we could enjoy it, like, I would do it. But I'm like, oh. I even have Christmas, or not, decorations.
I feel like you have to do it if you have it. Like, what's the point of it? Because then you need to justify buying it.
Right. Well, here's the problem is where they need to go in the yard.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that the
Yard
neighbors, shall we say them, will steal them or break them.
Oh, listen, if you want, we have a lot of air blow up decorations. If you want to, let us, show them, put them up for you. at our house.
I think anything on the porch is just not the move.
Walker would love him.
No, it's not gonna be the porch.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's thinking of that now. Maybe it's the best. Maybe it's for the best.
And all mine are like airplanes and helicopters and stuff.
Right. Super festive planes and.
Well, they're all Christmas. I mean, they're Christmas decorations.
Oh, right. But
Snoopy flying a plane.
that's what I mean.
Like
but all
Santa
like
and a
aviation
helicopter.
oriented.
Of course.
Blitz has actually got some really cool decorations. I saw him last year with his helicopters.
I
and
even
his
got more
airplanes.
this year. I got another airplane and another helicopter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you buy them out for Christmas?
Sometimes.
That's when you get the best deal. That's what we did.
That's the
Sometimes-
most Jewish thing you could do.
Sometimes I just bought one recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
I
Obviously
should
do whatever
probably
you
just
want,
return.
but I think it'd be cool. I think you would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, until the neighbors steal them or
Yeah.
break them.
Yeah.
They've been known to do that in that area.
Yeah, let's move on. So, Christmas tree, how's it going? How's Red doing? Good. We get a Red update here.
I'm back here.
Yep. Oh, you didn't bring the mic. Okay.
We're doing lights over here.
Okay.
I thought the mic died. It's back on here.
It's back on. It's
Yeah, I
working.
put a new battery in it.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. This is really the man of the
Big
hour
Red, can we
here.
get an update from you?
I'm trying to work this broken ass electrical cord right now.
Okay.
On-off switch.
Yeah. It's been smashed a few times and now I'm using electrical tape.
It was
so-
probably the snake.
Yep.
But it looks like the tree has been constructed.
Trees up, we're working on lighting now.
Beautiful in its proper form. Everything looks like it's in proportion of how it should be.
We're going to start fluffing it.
What does that mean?
You pull the branches out so they're all squished down. like they are
Oh,
now.
okay, that kind of fluffing. Because I know there's other types
Lummy's
of
a
fluffing.
professional fluffer.
Oh, right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, I fluff ref all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you going to start fluffing it, or are you waiting for him to?
I'm fluffing it now.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to come fluff it?
No. That looks great. That looks beautiful. Now, we're just going to have the lights on it, right?
Yeah.
Blitz. We're not going to.
I don't
We
think.
don't have any ornaments or anything
I mean,
like that.
if we happen to get a couple of cool ornaments to put on it, sure, but we're not gonna put a bunch of ornaments.
Yeah,
on it.
no.
That's a lot of work.
Now, I'm kind of reticent to bring this up because I don't want to create
Yes,
problems.
but if the answer to your question, yes,
We're doing it.
yes.
Okay, I thought so. On the 16th.
Oh, yes, as well.
Okay, I figured. Okay, great. And if you don't know what I'm alluding to, every year since I've been here, this will be my third, we do a work Christmas party, which is live on, was it Twitch last year?
Yes.
Okay. So we put on, Blitz sets up like the God Cam, and then we just do a lotto or raffle or whatever.
Right.
White elephant. Thank you. Jesus Christ. And we do a gift exchange, which is really fun. So I was thinking this year I could, instead of you going out and buying a bunch of desserts and cookies and stuff like that, I was thinking maybe I could make a few things
Okay.
for the peoples. Since everybody is obsessed with my baking now, because I'm a baker. Who's saying no?
Whoever's not gonna get one.
Yeah. Hoes. My cupcakes were bomb.
I didn't get to try one.
Well,
You
you're-
didn't?
No,
You
I did
weren't-
not.
I had half of one.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that, Bubba and Merch ate 20 of them and left the rest for you jobbers to share amongst each other. But I'll be making some stuff. I already got a few things that I've written down that I've noted.
What are those cassettes, Lummy?
Cassettes?
Like tapes, yeah.
I see that. I don't know.
They have dates or anything on
Why are they in
don't,
a-
What the fuck?
Yeah, good idea. Throw them around. That's a good idea.
Oh, he tossed them. That's
Yeah.
a
You're on
huge,
camera. We
huge
can-
difference.
Yeah, you're on camera throwing around our media.
Yeah.
I literally underhanded it to him. I thought Rhett was a little
You still threw it.
Bubba the Less
So
Fun Show,
we'll be having a party
number 318.
on the 16th, I imagine, which is a Friday, because that's the last Friday. And then I'm off to the West Coast.
Where were those tapes from, Lummy?
They're in the Christmas box.
They're in the Christmas box.
Christmas
Oh,
box.
that's where tapes go. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're gifts, really, from last year.
Yeah, they were just waiting around for somebody to find them.
Mhm. So right now, Lummy is fluffing the tree.
I'm looking for the rest of the plastic container so I can put them back where they belong. But
Okay,
it just shattered
let's-
into a million pieces. And
Okay.
can't find it.
Fluffing. We're
Good
still
thing
fluffing.
Bubba's sick and sleeping right now, because if he would have saw Lummy throw that and
Everybody-
destroy his tape
Right,
media,
okay, well,
Bubba would be very
Thankfully,
mad.
we're not on camera. Oh, wait.
Oh,
It looks like the lights are getting put on now, which is very exciting.
I wonder how many of the original lights on the tree actually work. 'Cause I know last year most of them did.
Yeah, I think a few layers were missing, or not missing, but defunct. But most of them were working. So yes, holiday traditions. What will you be doing for Christmas? Now, is there no pressure? By the way, I know this is kind of something we probably would discuss off the air, but fuck it. Is there any possibility that you would find yourself flying? I'm talking to Chris right now, Blitz right now. Flying to the West Coast, possibly this holiday season.
Possibly. I still need to know your schedule.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Where you're actually
Yes,
going to
right.
be when.
Because I am now a product of divorced parents, so I'll be spending 5 days with my father and then 5 days with my mother. That's going to be my breakdown of my trip. So even though it is 10 days, which is a long time, it seems like it when you split it into two, and obviously the more people you see, the more you have to kind of whittle down the time you spend with each person. I hope to see one friend and possibly two, and that is it. That's all. I reached out to the person I told you I was going to reach out to yesterday, that I've known for quite some time,
Okay.
aka my whole life. And when the last time we spoke was in June, and then I said I'm going to be in San Diego, and I gave her the dates, and I just got a celebration emoji.
Really?
I was like, that's all you had time for? Was a celebration
Not
emoji?
like, hey, yeah, or...
Yeah, that's great. I can make that work. I can't wait to see you. It was literally just a celebration emoji. I was like, I don't know what could have been less effort than that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, it's kind of one of those things where I've done my due diligence. I threw it out there. This person now knows the dates and when I'll be there. So I'm just the ball is in their court. And if they want to come hang with me, they know where to find me. So that's where that is. And then I'm hoping to see a friend when I'm at my mother's house that I haven't seen in a year. And let me tell you about this friend. She's had some issues dating over the last few years. She was engaged. The engagement broke off. And her ex-fiance is now engaged to be married to another woman who is basically like not her evil twin, but her 2.0. Like, for example, she's Armenian, right? And her ex-fiance was not. I believe he was Egyptian. He was Muslim, and she was Christian Armenian, and that was a big part of why the relationship didn't work out, is because of cultural and religious differences. So they break up, and he gets with another Christian Armenian girl, and he is set to get married to her next year. So my friend has had some issues dating for the last few years. It's just been really rough on her, and she's very family oriented, spends a lot of time in LA at home, and she decided for the holidays that she was going to spend it on her own in Singapore. So this bitch...
Wait, who is?
I've told you about my friend who is randomly in any part of the world. Anytime I hit her up, I'm like, oh, what's going on? She's like, oh, I'm in Istanbul right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just randomly, I'm in Eritrea. Like, she's just a globetrotter. So she told me, we had a phone date about a week and a half ago, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to Singapore for Thanksgiving. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah. So she's in Singapore right now, just hanging out like an expat or something.
Huh.
So I asked her, I'm like, if you don't mind me asking, like, what are you gonna do? She's like, I'm just gonna see some stuff. She's like, I brought books, I downloaded a bunch of podcasts, and I'm just gonna keep it chill during the nights and see stuff during the day, and that's that. And I was like, fuck, that's impressive. She is doing Singapore for, I think, 4 days, and then she's going to Vietnam for 2 days. So she's like spending Thanksgiving in Asia, which is strange, just by yourself. But you know what? fuck it, you know. She's kind of doing this. I don't know if it's like a eat, pray, love deal, but she just wanted to get away from everybody. You know, I thought she was going to maybe just stay at her apartment in Brooklyn, or maybe go to, I don't know, Colorado, but she really went full throttle with this Singapore deal. So, but yeah, you would you visit Singapore, Blitz?
Uh,
I don't know why I keep calling you that.
yeah.
Okay, I know. I think out of all of the Asian countries, you would be most interested in visiting Japan, right?
No, I'm not. I don't really want to go to Japan.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
Where'd you get that from?
Thought you told me.
Oh yeah, no, I do.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Yeah. Japan would be fun, I think.
Okay. Japan's certainly not my number one, but I
What's
would
your
like
number one?
like in the world or in Asia.
Asia.
Ooh. I don't know. Southeast Asia was pretty cool. I'm scared of China. I mean, I would definitely like to check out Japan. I'd probably want to see South Korea, Seoul, Mongolia. Like, and what are we considering Asia? Like, does Kazakhstan, is that considered Asia?
I mean,
like,
technically, I guess.
you know, I think I'd like to see Central Asia. I know this is weird, but I feel like there's a lot. I feel like I was not taught a lot in school about Central Asian history. So, you know, you hear about China and you hear about, you know, the samurais and stuff in Japan and shit like that. But you really don't hear a lot about the area of like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, like all those
Right.
Mongolia, like
Tajikistan.
yeah, all those sorts of places. I feel like was a big black hole in my history. Like I knew about Genghis Khan, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I agree.
So lately, I've been trying to kind of delve deep into the history of that region, because I really don't know anything about it. It's a weird sort of intersection of like European, Asian, and Middle Eastern influence all in one place.
Well,
Go ahead.
And very rarely do you talk to someone, they're going on vacation. Like, where are you going? Like, oh, I'm going to go to Turkmenistan.
Yeah, you don't really hear that too often. So, and a lot of those places were in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So they talk about pre and post, you know, the breaking up of the USSR and how life was different. And but it's very strange because like the USSR like incorporated, you know, people mostly think it was Christian or white, but it really wasn't. A lot of the satellites were, you know, Armenia or what's the other one? Azerbaijan, which is a Muslim country. Yeah, so Kazakhstan and many parts of Russia. You know, you look at Dagestan and Chechnya; those are Muslim places. So that's where where's that fighter? The UFC fighter.
I know who you're talking about.
Guys, help me out. This is really embarrassing. I should know that. I was watching videos. What's his name? Khabib. Yes, he's from Dagestan. Yeah, he kind of put that place on the map. But that's a Muslim part of Russia. So lots of places in like Albania, there's a lot of Muslims. So I don't know. I think it's kind of a fascinating region because it's just like kind of a black hole in my history. We don't really discuss it. But anywho. Let's take it back to the tree. How's it coming along, boys? Oh, it's helpful. Great.
Lummy's in the. Was that Lummy in the middle there?
No, it's going great.
Yeah. It looks like it's coming together. Can you give me a little play-by-play?
The tree's together, right?
Yes.
Tree's
Okay, so the
constructed.
tree's done. It has to be fluffed and all that. Now they're working on the lights.
We're fluffing it as we look for the lights.
Now, are you just trying to
I can't hear what he
connect?
said,
He
'cause
said they're
he's
working.
yelling.
So the tree is put together. We're fluffing it while we look for the lights, but I think there is some electrical miscommunication at some point where maybe something's not plugged in where we think it is. So we're trying to figure it out so we can continue to light this bitch up.
Okay.
And we're fluffing it as we light it.
And we're fluffing it as we light it, as you do.
Fluffing it as we go. Brilliant. Very happy with it.
It's gonna
I
look
love
nice
it.
and festive in here.
Christmas is just, it's the best. It's so nice.
We need to get some snow machines.
Are those a pain in the ass to clean up though?
I don't probably.
Okay.
Oh, there's the topper.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh,
You,
but
Lummy, you're the star.
Lummy, I've seen you on like these. Well, I guess there's no swivel chairs, but I've seen you almost break both your legs.
Did he just throw it on the ground?
No, I did not throw it on the ground.
Oh. You're on camera. You know, you can't just say I didn't throw it on the ground, and then like camera can see you throwing it on the ground.
Okay.
Throwing it hard.
Yeah. So Christmas is great. Rhett, why don't you get on the mic? Let me interview you a little bit and talk to you about the fucking Christmas you do. What kind of Christmas do you do? Do you spend it? I know you have kind of what I don't want to say a disjointed family. What's the
You
word
have a
I'm looking?
split pea home.
Yeah,
I'm a product of divorce.
A product of divorce. You've got the steps and the halves.
2
and,
Christmases, the whole
right.
shebang.
A blended family. That's what I wanted to say. So, what are your typical traditions? Do you have any, and will you be breaking all of them this year?
Nothing super intensive. I'd say the tradition we have on my mom's side is usually we'll get together either Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, and we'll do like a gift exchange, kind of a big Christmas party deal. Everybody comes over. It's potluck. Everybody brings food. Not all of it's good, but people bring food. And then on my dad's side, we don't really have any traditions per se. It's just more of a
gathering.
Traditional white bread Christmas. You know what I mean?
Now,
Like,
let me
just
ask you
kinda-
this as a poor Christian, because as a poor Jew, I don't have to get anybody anything. And if anything, I just go like, I'm a Jew and it's against my religion to buy you things because whatever. We know, ask Kanye about it, whatever. So, but for you, who's really someone on a budget, what is the move when you are coming up to Christmas and you have 18 siblings, half, step, whatever? How do you accommodate getting gifts for all these people? Do you let them know in advance, hey, I'm poor, fuck off?
Yeah, no, you just carry
Okay.
the shame at a certain point.
Okay.
I do get a few gifts. Like I'll get my mom something. I'll
Okay.
usually get, like my brother, my sister something if they want no more than $20-$30 usually.
Uh-huh.
I try to make it, honestly, I think the approach is like if you don't have the money to buy a gift, think in your head what is cheap.
Yeah.
And what's also like tie it into a personal deal, like
Personal deal. Like their interests or whatever.
Yeah. Like, for example, not
Yes.
to air her out or anything, but my mom, I know that I don't have to put that much effort into buying her a gift because if I just give her some pot, she'll be happy. She'll be totally
Okay.
cool with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where I can go out for $40-$50 and get her a gift and then check it off of the list.
Right.
And when I go down the list, like my brother plays a lot of online video games. So
Okay.
I'll just get him a $20 card for whatever in-game currency
I
he
see.
had. You know what I mean? And
Are
like
you a gift card guy?
I can be. I'm not
Okay.
a lottery ticket guy. I can't be that guy.
That's a
like-
gift people give?
Yeah, you've never had that? People don't give
I'm
you
a
lotto?
Jew.
Oh, well.
Lottery tickets are a big gift.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
at the
know
Christmas
that.
party at the White Elephant Gift Exchange, it's probably, we have 3 or 4 people that'll bring like a picture frame full of lottery cards. It'll be $100 worth of lotto tickets
For real?
for scratch offs.
Oh,
and stuff like that.
scratch offs,
Yeah, it's
not
all
like.
scratch-offs.
Oh,
That
okay.
way it's like, oh, if you,
Kind of
if
fun
you,
to do.
If you win something, I got you that. If you lose everything, that's on you because, you weren't
Yeah.
promised to win. It's kind of a guilt-free way to cheap out of a gift.
Scratch offs, I get.
Right.
I didn't
But-
understand I thought it was like a regular lotto ticket.
Right, scratch offs, yeah, not
Okay.
just my bad.
No, what the lotto used to do is they used to actually make the lottos with a to from. So you'd buy the scratch off, tape it to the front of the gift, and that way that was also your to from. So they would get a lotto ticket with that. But
Yeah.
but they don't do that as much anymore.
I have to admit, the scratch offs are fun. I've never bought myself one, but when we did it, was it like last year or something?
Yeah, we used to do the $39 Friday.
Yes. Yeah, that was a thing
Yeah.
for a minute. That was a lot of fun, I have to admit.
Yeah.
That was fun. I like the scratch off deal.
Yeah, it was
Lummy, do
fun.
you remember when we do $39 Fridays and we'd go up to 7-Eleven 8 times a day?
Oh,
so
Yeah,
yeah.
we need
much
to bring
fun.
that. We need to bring that back.
Oh,
Let's
of course
bring it
I do.
back. Bring
Great
it back.
idea.
But okay. So is Christmas something you look forward to, Rhett, or is it something that you somewhat dread? Because I know with people who, if they like their family, it's something that they hold dear. But if they don't, it's like, fuck, I got to see these people I don't even like. They're gonna ask me why I don't have a girlfriend. You're like, I bang big black chicks. Sorry guys,
Yeah.
and they get upset because they're racist. So like, how does that all work?
Not exactly the way you just mentioned it. I'd say it's a little of both. Like,
Okay.
it's usually cool when I can see family that I don't get to see too often because I've
Right.
got like aunts and uncles that live out of town. My dad is in town this week from Tennessee, so I've been hanging out with him, which is cool.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like that stuff is cool, but
And you're doing Thanksgiving locally? And
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna do it with my dad this week. We're over on the beach, so that'll
This week, huh?
That'll be pretty.
Oh, for Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Christmas?
Christmas I'll be here.
Okay.
I think I'm going to Tennessee next Christmas, but I think this year I will be down here with my mom.
Gotcha.
Do you still have to split it kind of like you did when you were a kid with your parents?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
like mom gets Christmas and dad gets Thanksgiving sort of deal?
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole lot more say so now. You know what I mean? I kind of just do what I want. They don't. Neither of them get too pressed about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'll switch back every other year. Like next year, I'll probably be in Tennessee, maybe for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not really too sure yet.
Okay.
But I'd say as far as like Christmas in general and looking forward to it, like it's cool to see family that I like, but most of the trivial stuff that everybody doesn't like, it's,
Yeah.
you know, I kind of wish I could just go through this and get it done. Like the Christmas party. every year.
Right.
That's a tradition. and
Yeah.
it's cool to see people.
It's fun. You get a little drunk. Do you drink? Do you
Yeah,
drink?
every now and again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've
You're
been-
not a big drinker though, right?
I've been a little more of a drinker lately than
Okay.
I have been.
He's getting back in the game,
Yeah,
folks.
unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, part of it, like when you're sitting there during the gift exchange, you're like, "Fuck! I wish this could end." You know, like
Really?
I wish I could
Okay.
go home and go to bed.
Right.
But I think that's also the feeling you get with any social outing in general.
Sure,
where you
it's
hit a
just-
certain
you're
point.
done,
where
you're
like,
done.
Yeah, let's go.
I understand. Now, let me ask you this because it may be painful and the people may want to know about it. But, you know, this time last year, I believe you were in a relationship.
I was.
And the holidays can be very, you know, bittersweet for some people where it's, you know, especially if a loved one has died within the last year, it's like first Christmas without dad or, you know, sort of a deal. And so it's often a time that is cemented in people's minds in terms of like memories, where they were, who they spent it with. And I know that for singles, because I was single for many, many years, even as a single Jew, the holidays are a time not for like meeting new people and going on dates. It's more of a time to, you know, what do they call it? Cuffing season.
Yeah, nobody's.
You know, you're like cuddled up with the people that you know and you love and you know, possibly a special someone in your life. But when it's your first Christmas alone, how does that make you feel? I want to like then shove the mic in front of your face.
I mean, I'm a little bummed out, but you know, just like you had mentioned, I try to keep perspective on certain things, and like to different people, it means different things,
Yeah.
whether good or bad. Like my best friend, his mom died 2 years ago on Christmas Eve, so it just ruined it for him.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
one of those things where it's like, who the fuck am I to sit here and complain about, you know, being
Yeah.
single on Christmas when he gets depressed. This time of
Yeah,
year.
it's like if your birthday's on 9/11 and you're
Right,
like,
right.
really? Fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gone through it yet. You know, it's been 6 years since I've done a Christmas on my own, but I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
And would you like again? I'd met your ex a few times, and again, I don't know her. She was always like very nice, but it's easy to be nice to people you don't. I don't know her, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And again, of what I could deduce, it seemed like she had a lot of maybe basic white girl qualities.
To
To
a degree.
Would she like to do, you know, see the lights? Would she like to do the, not apple picking, but whatever the
Go to
Florida,
the pumpkin patch.
right?
when it's
The
cold.
Florida
Yeah,
equivalent of that would be
a little bit, not too much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not too much. She seems like she would come off that way, but it really wasn't that big of an issue.
okay.
I mean, we did have like our own tree, like one of these. So
Yeah.
we had our own ornaments, and after
Uh-huh.
so many years, you get a collection of like, oh, this means this means that.
Because you were together for 6 years.
Yeah.
Now nothing
And you're
doesn't mean
young.
shit.
Yeah, now I gotta.
Did you
now I
burn
gotta
it?
throw that. Now I gotta throw that box away. No, I think it's still in my closet.
Will
I
you
did.
throw it? Will you discard it?
I'll probably get rid of most of it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I
Gotta
mean,
burn
like
it.
if it's something that was sentimental that represents that time period or that relationship in my life, like the way. Full disclosure, the way things the way things ended between her and I, like I'd rather just get rid of that shit, not look at it. You know.
You know, and I'd like to. I mean, obviously, I can't really send the question out into the ether and get a response other than in chat. But like, do you keep things that are sentimental from people that you're no longer with?
I think it really.
What about you, Lemmy? Lemmy says no.
81390 Bubba, you can call in.
Oh yeah, I guess I could answer the phone here.
I can answer it.
Oh, okay, great. I feel like some gifts I've been given that are useful but nothing really sentimental.
That was my take. Was like it depends on how useful it is.
Yeah.
It depends on like how practical it is. You
Yeah,
know,
if it's if they give you like a bike or something,
right,
you're not gonna fucking throw that shit
it.
out.
But I mean, if
Or
it's,
Netflix
if it's something
subscription.
tacky, if it's something tacky, or if it's just like a knickknack for one-time use, like
Yeah.
whatever, I don't need it.
In full disclosure, Blitz and I enjoy his ex's Netflix.
Hey, people, listen.
813-90 Bubba, if you'd like to call in and let us know what you're hanging on to with your ex. We would like to know.
Air it out.
Air it out. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I have. I mean, it's really just like useful gifts, nothing really like sentimental. Because I don't think I've ever been with anyone that was sentimental, so there's really nothing to keep. Yeah, a little sad. That's okay. That's fine. Everything's okay. But yeah, when it comes to like Christmas and stuff, but especially for you, you have this like massive collection of things, and those things are obviously written with a lot of memories and sentimental value. So to just throw it out is like. And here's the thing. I always think that, like, maybe now you're still in the angry phase where it's still kind of fresh. But, like, what about in 10 years when you might want to check that stuff out? And you may have no feelings for this person, but it will take you back to a time when you were young, when you were stupid, when whatever. And you go, wow, like, I remember this gift we were given and the times I had with my ex.
Yeah.
But fuck that shit.
Yeah, but fuck that shit.
Okay.
Like, I
That's
get what
fair.
you mean about, being in the fresh stage and how you are still angry and you do still feel a little bit more emotion than you would further on down the road
right.
when you haven't talked to that person in so many years.
Yeah.
But, like, I do get sentimental, and I do get, like, when I pull stuff out of my closet sometimes and I'm cleaning, it's like, oh, I remember this. But I don't, to be honest with you.
Don't lie.
What?
Well, you said to be honest. I
Oh, well, to be
encourage
honest
you.
with you, like, I mean, it's easy to get sentimental, but when I look back at,
We can get all sentimental here.
yeah, we can get all sentimental here if you so choose.
Apply the clap.
But it's like one of those things where I hate to say it, I don't know. I'm probably speaking with a lot of emotion here, but I just feel like the way things ended, I don't really need a reason to revisit some stuff one day, even if it's going to make me sentimental or not. Like,
Right.
Why even? I don't
Why
know.
even give the memory of this person
Right.
any sort of
Right.
credibility
And
or
listen, if it, you know
mental
what I mean?
space?
It's obviously different with every person in particular. Like,
Sure.
if it's a different person, a different item, whatever.
Right.
But like when I look at that stuff, I think about the
How they
thing that
fucked you over?
Well, I think about how unhappy I was in the last 2 years of that relationship.
Okay.
Like, we were both incredibly unhappy, and it wasn't,
Why did you stick it out? Was it the living situation, you think? It was just
I think
convenient.
it was more so her that didn't really want to stick it out, because to be honest with you, we had been through some worse shit than what ended our relationship.
Okay.
But once she kind of told me how she really felt, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's that. I don't really have to spend too much time worrying about it or overthinking about it, because
Yeah, I mean, as sad as it may be when someone like tells you how they really feel, it's kind of nice to know that you don't have to make any decisions. You know what I
Right,
mean? It's
yeah.
not like it's on you to it's not like she cheated and then you're like, what do I do now? Stick it out or
Yeah.
leave your dumbass? You kind of just, the decision has been made. You just have to kind of accept it and move on.
yeah. And there were a bunch of factors that kind of played into the way that I had felt too. Like when our relationship ended, it ended really badly because she chose to act the way that she acted.
Right.
And it kind of made it tough for everybody. So it's just another thing that kind of, comes to my mind when I think about that relationship and how it ended and all that stuff. And I guess it just ties into everything else I've been saying.
I get it. I understand. Now, I know you're not really actively looking for a new thing, but like you wouldn't throw it away if something fell into your lap. Like you're open to meeting new people for real, not just an IHOP La Quinta rendezvous.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
There was
You guys need more lights? Okay, I think there's some in the pantry.
there was
Come here,
somebody recently that
Lummy, come here.
somebody recently that we were hanging out and kind of casually dating, and then they moved 5 states away. So like I'm never going to see them anymore, which kind of sucked.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was really looking forward to that
Did
because they
you-
were really cool.
They were really cool.
Yeah, I really fucked that up. Huh?
Did they live somewhat locally, or was it
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, really? Like, did you meet them on a swiping app?
I met them through work.
This work? Am I a replier or
A replier.
well, someone had a slip up on the other show.
Oh yeah, right.
This show?
Baseball game.
Huh? Do I know this person? You don't tell me.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. But like
Okay.
you had probably seen this person and were aware of their existence.
Amazing. Well, I'll be interrogating you after we're done with this program here. I like how this just turned into like a therapy session with you and I.
Can't wait.
Yeah, no, I feel like I would be. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be a good therapist. I feel like I would tell people too much of the truth, and then they wouldn't hire
You'd be
me.
the rapist.
I think
A rapist.
the rapist.
you're really
The
good
rape.
at being agreeable.
Thank you.
But sometimes I have talked to you where I come away like your reply will make me feel like an idiot, and it'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I sounded like
Oh, like my verbal reply or like
Sure,
something in
yeah.
text?
Yeah. No, like your verbal reply.
Oh,
like
no.
Even just like
Yeah.
on air over
Yeah.
the years, or yeah, I guess just in general. And I don't think it's anything you do maliciously or on purpose. I think that's
Okay.
just what
I
you
make
had
you
said.
feel dumb or like
Sure, you
that
can
like it's
sometimes.
patronizing.
Well, you had said that you tell the truth,
Oh
and not
yeah.
everybody always likes to hear that.
Yeah, sometimes I
know?
do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I let it fly.
And that's
Yeah.
fine. I think that's a good quality in a person. But as far as a therapist goes,
Yeah, probably not.
you gotta kind of learn how to navigate telling people what they want to
Yeah, yeah, that's probably, and that's the thing is like probably a good therapist would tell you the truth, but that's not one that's going to get hired, like
Right,
or
right.
rehired. That's not someone it's not someone you're going to want to come back to and tell because they're full of judgment, like me. I'm full of judgment.
Yeah, the
it's one of
eyes.
my it's part of my charm. I thought.
The judgy eyes.
Yeah, I got judgy eyes. I got a judgy face. I know that. I'm like, ooh, what
Damn
the fuck?
straight.
Yeah, sorry. All right, let's get a tree update here. We got Red and Lummy.
I think they found some strings of lights that didn't work, so I had 2 more. that
You
I-
would have some backup lights.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
And hey, Blitz, remember when you said you wanted to see how many lights still worked in
Yeah.
the tree?
Yeah.
What, half? Yeah. About half of them worked.
Well, I don't see any of them on right now.
Only the bottom works.
Well, you have to like wiggle it and make,
Oh,
know,
yeah,
it
you
takes
gotta
a
wiggle.
while.
Wiggle,
It
wiggle,
takes a-
wiggle.
Have you tried rebooting the tree?
We'll reboot it now. Thank you, Blitz. Reboot it.
Yeah, you just gotta turn it off, turn it back on.
Yeah.
Well,
Let
it's
the-
looking
let the
very
system update
nice.
apply.
It's beautiful.
Shouldn't have upgraded that tree to Windows 11.
Okay. Back to our therapy sesh. Call in and I'll give you, tell you the
rapey?
truth. The what?
The rapey.
The rapey?
Yeah. Therapy.
Therapy,
The
right.
rapey.
Yeah.
That took me a minute too.
Yeah.
You guys didn't watch SNL, I guess?
No.
Too bad.
No. 813-90 Bubba if
With
you'd
Sean Connery?
like to call. No, I didn't. Is that was a recent one or?
No.
Sean Connery's
Oh, that's
dead,
old.
right?
Yeah, that's old.
He's alive?
No, he's not. Is he
It's not
really?
the
I
real-
thought he died.
It's not. Never mind.
Oh, like the character. I guess it was like a character on the show.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't watched SNL. I mean, like the actual show in years.
Sean Connery.
Just if something crazy happens, like someone says something racist by mistake, or if it's Chappelle, I'll watch just the monologue. But other than that, not a fan.
Sometimes some of the Weekend Update clips make me laugh.
Okay, is that part of SNL?
I think it's
or-
Michael. Yeah, it's Michael Che, and I forgot.
Oh,
forgot the name
okay.
of the
The
other
like
guy, the
news
white guy.
reporter.
Yeah.
Is it not Ferguson? What-
Fergie.
Who's the guy that like does he host his own show too?
I
Norm
think so.
Macdonald.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a skinny white guy.
Yes.
Short hair.
Yes. What's his name? Shout it out. People say, oh, but the real Sean Connery did die. Okay, we're just
Yes,
making.
okay. All right. I know
All
it wasn't
right.
crazy.
Right. Yeah. Me too. Not Colin Juiced. That's not it. I thought it was Craig Ferguson or some shit. that
I
his
should
name?
have it for you here in a minute.
Yeah, shout it out in chat if you know what it is. If you know, the Michael Che was the one, and then his white counterpart. If you could shout that out, that'd be fantastic. Red's on the ladder right now. Lummy is doing a little bit of a dance around the tree. Right. Yes.
Is Lummy gonna fluff the tree yet?
Oh, we've been fluffing.
Can
No, there's no way.
Oh, we've
Branches
been
all
fluffing.
fucking-
We're not doing the back.
Okay,
right
we're
now.
not doing the back.
So we're gonna finish the fluff.
See it from
when
the
we get
front. Wait till you see it from the back.
Get the lights on.
Oh, and it looks so good with the reflection of the shower where the whores would bathe. In the, it's just a magical experience. I love it. It's really
Nothing
nice.
better than a Christmas squirt.
Christmas story with remnants of the stripper pole that's hanging from the ceiling to remind Bubba. Yes, exactly. All the squirting
don't
under
forget-
the mistletoe.
We started out
Colin
having
Jost.
That's what the people are saying.
Yeah.
We
I
s-
have no idea who the fuck that is.
no.
Sorry.
This whole thing started out having to remove a snake from the fucking studio.
Yes.
So-
Yeah. But we're almost there. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. So that's great because that's something no one's ever heard before. But look at that. That's beautiful. I'm excited to see the lights. I don't know, Blitz, if we could go see the fun Christmas lights. Maybe drink some hot cocoa.
Probably when you get back,
Yeah. No, why not before?
because you're leaving like weeks before Christmas.
People start putting their Christmas lights up right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down. I like doing that. So
I like
Red
doing
setting
that
up for a
too.
high risk maneuver off the top of the ladder.
He's gonna do a fucking Bubba splash off the second rope.
To a
Oh,
moonsault.
shit. Yeah. So, I think we should. We'll be wrapping this up pretty soon, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because we're almost done here. But I guess we'll continue to the end. I feel like maybe therapy is. I'm glad I didn't go into therapy. Thank you, Rhett, for helping me realize that I'm not as good as I thought I would be.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I certainly wouldn't be. I don't think people would. Oh, do we got a call?
No, I just wanted to check and make sure I could do that.
Okay. Yeah. Some people can't handle the truth. And some people actually don't want to be cured. They just want someone to listen to them, and that's fine. I'm happy to listen. I like hearing people's secrets. And I can also pretend not to be judgmental. I'm very good at that. And when I try hard, you have to look inquisitive and not judgmental. And the looks are very similar. So this is a judgmental look. Ew. And then an inquisitive look is like a, like you have to look almost like a little, like you're a little bit of a reply. You know what I mean?
No.
You go, huh? What? You're confused. And then you go, does that make sense? How can you, do this, but also do that? That seems like it might be hypocritical. And then you got to call people out on their bullshit. Or don't, if you want to keep your friends.
Big
Don't.
Red's gonna jump. Watch.
Uh-oh, he's gonna take a dive. All right, this is the last
That's a
bit
good.
of the
That's
lights.
a good movie quiz show. You've never seen that one.
I feel like you've mentioned it before.
I have.
To me.
When you said take a dive.
Well, this is. Should we continue on to the end, or?
I mean, it might take another 6 hours for them to fluff the tree.
I feel like we're almost there, but
I don't know. We'll give it a few more minutes.
all right, we'll give it a few more minutes. Any calls?
Zero.
No. Fantastic.
No one cares.
No one cares. But there are 271 people watching, so there must be something that's keeping them to the screen. So it's wonderful. I'm excited. We got a great weekend. I'm gonna get authentic Indian food on Sunday.
You
Are you
are?
doing that with Bubba?
Yes. No, actually, I have a buddy who.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So Blitz might go camping, and I have a friend who's in from Toronto, and he's in Sarasota with one of his other friends, this woman, and he's there for a month. And he said that he'd make some Indian food, but no vindaloo because that's too spicy. And he's like, let's do it. So I'll be getting some fucking Indian food, which I'm very excited about. I
made
got
some. What did I make the other day? Oh, chicken tikka masala at home.
yeah, that's what he made butter chicken and everything.
Basically
And
the
I
same thing.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, mad you weren't there this last weekend when I went because you would have fucking loved it.
Yeah.
But I had some chickpea deal and it was fucking awesome. So with the naan bread, you cannot beat. Do you like Indian
Chickpeas.
food,
Ugh.
Brett?
No, not a ton. But honestly, I haven't tried a ton.
Okay.
Like, I've had a few, sample this, sample that.
Yeah,
deal, but
right.
I haven't had a full meal.
If you're going ethnic cuisine, Rhett,
Indian food is the way to go.
No, where are you going?
Oh well, come on. I mean,
Taco
Mexican?
Bell.
yeah, you probably guess.
Okay,
You know?
yeah, Mexican food. That makes sense. It's a go-to.
Um,
Can't beat it.
I mean, I wouldn't. German food can be good.
German food.
Yeah.
That's a response I've never heard anyone
From
say.
anyone ever?
Yeah.
Like schnitzel and
What
whatnot.
would you like to order?
Yeah.
I want a schnitzel.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking Hitler
They
Blitz.
ha-
You have to. No, it's German. You have to yell.
That's how you have to. Yeah.
Right.
There is a place off of Bruceby Downs in Tampa by USF called
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dunderbox.
Mr. Dunderbox?
DunderBak.
Okay.
BAK''S.
Oh.
I think that's how you spell it.
And it's
But
pretty good?
It's like a German pub / restaurant deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a really good schnitzel sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the bratwurst and the
Mhm.
what's the other big sausage thing?
Knockwurst.
Okay, a lot of wursts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of worse.
A lot of wursts.
Yeah, all that stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, it's on my jam. Blitz and I are big fans of Mediterranean food when done right.
Yeah.
We like the falafel. We like
Yeah.
the hummus.
I haven't had falafel in a while now.
I love dolmas or dolmadas,
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
not a huge fan of those.
I
I've
like
tried a couple
those.
times,
Just
man.
Oily grape leaves with fucking rice in the middle. It's just delicious. I love it. All right,
That
we're
Istanbul place was pretty fucking
fucking
good.
hell. That
We
place
need
is
to go back
good.
there.
In Tampa, if you're local, Istanbul Market or whatever. What street was it off of?
Either Florida or Tampa Street, one of the two.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Super good. And it's like old school, like in a market. The people there have heavy accents, so you know it's going to be legit. It's great.
Yes, not like
That's
that place in Daytona.
Ooh, which one?
That wasn't bad.
Pasha, was that it? Was that Pasha's?
Yeah. That place wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, it was all right. No, it wasn't that good.
I thought it was good. I thought all of our meals were good, but I think the best meal that we had when we were in Daytona was the Mexican.
That place
Those
was good.
fajitas, dude. Fajitas are where it's at.
Where from?
We went to Daytona in August, I believe.
But like, where's the Mexican place in Daytona?
Where is it? I don't know. The main drag by the
that's all right.
beach, like
On the intercoastal, right by where whatever their little league, whatever their minor league team plays.
Yeah.
it was
right
called
there.
like Senoritas or some shit.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Yeah, it was
Word.
legit. Hang on to that pole, Red.
It's like, I'm pretty sure I know the plaza you're talking about, where that park is in the middle,
Yeah,
and then that front street right there. It always looks abandoned.
yeah.
Like there are so many empty businesses.
Most Daytona looks abandoned.
Yeah, that's true.
As it
Now
should be.
you've frequented Daytona quite a bit, right? Do
Yeah,
you
that's
have,
my that's my dirty comfort beach.
okay. That place is disgusting.
I know, but it's that's my favorite thing about it.
Really? Okay.
I mean-
I thought it was like a cool, like beach town, fucking nice sand. I got there and I was very underwhelmed.
It's like the Walmart of
Yes.
Florida beaches. But I mean, the reason I like it is just because it's nostalgic. You know, I went there as a kid. We would
Did
go
you
twice
live
a
there,
year.
or-
No, we go twice a year for vacation.
Oh, that's where you would
'Cause we were the
vacation.
poor Christians. So we
Right.
would vacation Daytona Beach.
Right. Okay.
We'd usually be there for like a week at a time, and as I got older, you
Why?
know, I'd start.
So you'd vacation. So it's like you live much closer to Clearwater,
Yeah.
and then you would vacation to a shittier beach.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
That makes sense.
I mean,
part of your
Clearwater's kind
culture.
of dirty, though.
I
No,
mean,
it's
it's
not.
so nice compared to
it?
fucking Daytona.
Oh,
yeah, the
compared to
white
Daytona,
sand.
100%. I just feel like there's so much more trash out there. Maybe I haven't been. in
Maybe
long
it's just
enough.
because there's heavy traffic and a lot of people are there.
I think Clearwater's way nicer, but it's too touristy for me.
Super
Yeah,
touristy.
I
Even
get
since
that.
I've
But
moved
it's
here.
very clean.
Well,
There's
that's why
been a
I
lot
like
of
Daytona so
development.
much too, because yeah, it's a shitty beach, and I'm not the biggest fan of the beach in general. But it's like you can go up there any time of year, and unless it's like fucking bike week, there's really not going to be that many people there.
Huh.
Which is weird considering it's the world's most famous beach.
Right,
You would think.
exactly.
They got the sign saying so. Look at that tree.
That looks stunning. Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Red, thank you so much. Appreciate your work. Lummy, great job. Thank you. Rhett, thank you for letting me psychoanalyze you and bring up some painful memories.
Thanks for letting me talk.
Blitz, thank you for everything. Always having the
you.
backup lights and just being a stellar dude.
A
And
Sicilian redneck brings up a good point. He
Yeah.
said that the Indian places, a lot of times they'll have a lunch buffet. I forgot about that.
well, I guess we'll have to check that out now, won't we?
Yeah.
All right. Should we end it here?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Bye, guys.
guys.
Thanks for listening.